Have you been waiting anxiously for your September Social Security, SSI, or SSDI payments, wondering if the money is really coming? You are not alone. Across the country, seniors, beneficiaries, and families who rely on these crucial payments are facing uncertainty and curiosity, especially after the recent updates and announcements that have stirred conversations online and in financial circles. The truth is, while some details have been released, there is still a mix of confirmed information and aspects that remain unclear, creating a tense environment for anyone depending on these funds. From the timing of payouts to potential deductions and the impact of new policies, this month promises some surprises, and we're here to break everything down in detail so that you know what to expect. September has always been an important month for Social Security, SSI, and SSDI payments. For many seniors and beneficiaries, this is the time when they begin planning their budgets, paying bills, and making necessary purchases based on the income that Social Security provides. Social Security, in particular, is a lifeline for millions of Americans. For some, it constitutes their primary source of income, making any uncertainty about payment dates or deductions highly stressful. Understanding what is coming, and more importantly, understanding the factors that could affect how much ends up in your account, is crucial. One of the most talked about issues this September is the $6,000 deduction that has appeared in recent discussions about Social Security benefits. Many beneficiaries are asking whether this is a deduction from their payments, a tax-related adjustment, or a policy change that will directly impact the amount they receive. The reality is that this deduction does not automatically mean that $6,000 will be subtracted from your September check. It is related to broader income considerations, including taxable income and how certain new policies affect seniors and beneficiaries. This has created a wave of curiosity, as people want to know how it will affect them personally. Will their checks arrive on time? Will they see the full amount? These are questions that affect real lives, and while some answers are available, the details require careful explanation. Another element that has created anticipation is the timing of the payouts themselves. Social Security and SSI payments typically follow a schedule based on the beneficiary's date of birth or other eligibility criteria, but SSDI payments can have slightly different timing, depending on how your case is processed. September, in particular, is a month where these schedules can overlap with holidays, federal changes, or administrative delays. For seniors relying on these funds, even a one-day delay can affect rent, medical bills, and other essential expenses. Therefore, keeping track of the payment schedule and any potential changes announced by the Social Security Administration or related agencies is vital. This year, there are also new policies and potential changes that beneficiaries need to be aware of, from incremental cost of living adjustments to possible deductions or changes in taxation for Social Security benefits. The landscape is slightly different than it was in previous years. Understanding the nuances of these changes is key. For example, some seniors may see adjustments to their SSI or SSDI benefits based on recent federal updates. Additionally, those with additional income or other forms of support may experience minor differences in their total payouts. These variations can seem confusing at first, but with careful attention to the details, beneficiaries can prepare adequately and avoid surprises when their funds are dispersed. One of the reasons this September feels especially uncertain is the variety of sources that are reporting conflicting or partial information. Social media posts, news articles, and financial blogs have all speculated on potential deductions, payment delays, and unexpected benefits. While it's important to stay informed, it's equally critical to rely on official sources such as the Social Security Administration, government announcements, and verified financial advisors. Following speculation alone can cause unnecessary anxiety and may lead to planning errors, especially for seniors who are budgeting carefully for the month. The $6,000 deduction topic, in particular, has caused a lot of speculation. Some beneficiaries have worried that it represents a direct subtraction from their monthly payments, but in reality, it is associated with broader tax rules that may apply depending on individual circumstances. For instance, those with higher taxable income might see adjustments, but not everyone will be affected the same way. Understanding how deductions, income thresholds, and recent policy updates interact is crucial to figuring out whether this affects your payment in September. Knowledge is power in this case because knowing what could happen allows beneficiaries to plan for contingencies and avoid being caught off guard. Beyond deductions, another key point of curiosity is whether money is really coming in September. For most beneficiaries, The answer is yes. Social Security, SSI, and SSDI payments are scheduled, and funds are expected to be disbursed according to the standard schedule. However, there can be nuances, especially if a beneficiary has recently changed addresses, updated bank information, or has pending administrative reviews. These procedural details can delay a payment or require additional verification. Therefore, while the general expectation is that payments will arrive, individual circumstances may vary. Staying proactive by checking your My Social Security account or contacting the SSA directly can ensure that there are no unexpected issues. It's also worth noting that some beneficiaries may be affected by changes in cost of living adjustments, commonly referred to as COLA. These adjustments are intended to account for inflation and rising living costs, but they can also influence the net amount received after taxes or other deductions. For September 2025, understanding how COLA interacts with Social Security, SSI, and SSDI payouts is important for anyone budgeting for the month. Even small percentage changes can impact grocery bills, utility costs, and medication expenses, which makes staying informed more than just an academic exercise. It is about real financial planning. One of the reasons people are particularly curious this September is that the payout schedule can intersect with other federal or state programs. For example, certain benefits may be synchronized with Social Security payments, or there could be additional federal supplements for specific groups of seniors. These overlapping schedules can create the perception of uncertainty even when the payments themselves are proceeding as planned. The key is to separate confirmed payouts from additional programs or speculative bonuses, which ensures accurate financial planning. The Social Security Administration has a well-established system for issuing payments, but understanding the nuances of how SSI and SSDI differ is also important. SSI is typically based on financial need, while SSDI is tied to disability eligibility and prior contributions to Social Security. As a result, the timing and calculation of these benefits can vary slightly, which is why some beneficiaries may feel that they are receiving inconsistent information. By reviewing your individual payment history and eligibility criteria, you can have a clearer understanding of what to expect for September 2025. Many beneficiaries have also expressed concerns about potential administrative changes that could affect payouts. While there are no broad announcements indicating widespread delays, administrative reviews, system updates, or verification checks can occasionally cause temporary changes in timing. These scenarios are rare but worth noting because awareness allows beneficiaries to plan their bills, expenses, and other obligations accordingly. Keeping documentation up to date, confirming bank details, and staying informed about SSA communications can prevent unnecessary stress. Financial advisors often recommend that seniors and beneficiaries approach September 2025 with a mindset that balances optimism with preparedness. While money is coming is likely true for most, having a contingency plan in case of minor delays or deductions is prudent. This can include maintaining a small buffer in checking accounts, arranging bill payments slightly ahead of time, and tracking communications from the Social Security Administration. These steps can help ensure that beneficiaries are not caught off guard, even if small adjustments occur. It is also important to recognize that the conversation around Social Security, SSI, and SSDI payments in September is not solely about the logistics of disbursement. It is about the confidence and peace of mind that beneficiaries feel knowing that their income is reliable. The anticipation of potential deductions or surprises can create stress, which is why being well informed is critical. By understanding both confirmed information and potential areas of uncertainty, seniors can navigate September with greater confidence. Another factor adding to curiosity is the interaction between Social Security benefits and taxation. While Social Security benefits are partially taxable for some beneficiaries, recent discussions about deductions, income thresholds, and new policies can make it feel confusing. The $6,000 deduction, for instance, interacts with taxable income rules, meaning that its impact varies depending on each individual's circumstances. For some, it may reduce taxable income significantly, while for others, the effect may be minimal or non-existent. Knowing how this works can prevent unnecessary worry and ensure accurate planning. For families and caregivers assisting seniors, understanding the September payout schedule is equally critical. Many households rely on multiple income streams, including Social Security, SSI, and SSDI, to cover expenses. Any uncertainty can ripple through budgets, healthcare planning, and daily living needs. Therefore, Having a detailed grasp of the payment schedule, potential deductions, and other updates ensures that families can support their loved ones effectively during this month. The media and social networks have played a role in amplifying curiosity. Headlines highlighting potential deductions, unexpected policy changes, or administrative updates often generate buzz and sometimes panic. While attention-grabbing, these sources can be misleading if they lack context. By focusing on verified information from the Social Security Administration and consulting with financial advisors, beneficiaries can cut through the noise and focus on what truly matters, the actual funds they will receive and how best to plan for September. In terms of planning, one practical step is to monitor the specific payout dates closely. Social Security, SSI, and SSDI payments often follow predictable patterns, but any change, even a small one, can affect a beneficiary's financial rhythm. For example, if a payment arrives a day later than expected, it could coincide with scheduled bill payments, rent, or medical appointments. Being proactive by checking accounts, confirming deposit dates, and reviewing SSA notifications can prevent last-minute stress and confusion. Another consideration is how supplemental benefits or state-level programs may interact with federal payouts. Some states provide additional assistance to seniors or individuals with disabilities, and these benefits can be timed around the standard Social Security payments. While these additional funds can be helpful, they also contribute to the perception of uncertainty. Beneficiaries should track not only their federal payments but also any supplemental benefits to get a comprehensive picture of available income. It is also worth exploring how recent policy discussions could influence the September payouts. While there is no indication of large-scale disruptions, ongoing debates about funding, adjustments, or potential legislative changes can create speculation. Even when these discussions do not directly impact the current month's payments, they may shape expectations and perceptions. Understanding what is confirmed versus what is speculative helps seniors make informed decisions about budgeting and financial planning. For those worried about the $6,000 deduction, it is essential to contextualize it within broader financial planning. Rather than assuming it will directly reduce a September check, beneficiaries should consider how it interacts with taxes, income thresholds, and potential offsets. Consulting a tax professional or using official calculators provided by the SSA can clarify individual impacts. This proactive approach ensures that there are no surprises and helps beneficiaries plan accurately for September. Additionally, the psychological element of anticipating a payout should not be overlooked. Waiting for a critical income source can create stress, and the uncertainty introduced by discussions of deductions or policy changes amplifies this effect. By staying informed, following official guidance, and preparing contingencies, seniors and beneficiaries can manage both financial and emotional well-being during this crucial month. As September progresses, it will be important to watch for official communications from the SSA regarding payment schedules, deductions, and policy clarifications. These updates are the most reliable sources of information, and staying current allows beneficiaries to respond quickly to any changes. Whether you are a first-time SSI recipient or a long-time Social Security beneficiary, being proactive can make the difference between anxiety and confidence in your financial planning. In conclusion, while curiosity about September Social Security, SSI, and SSDI payments is natural, especially with the discussions surrounding the $6,000 deduction, the key is to differentiate between confirmed facts and speculation. Payments are generally expected according to the standard schedule, but personal circumstances, tax deductions, and administrative details can influence exact outcomes. By staying informed, consulting official sources, and preparing for contingencies, beneficiaries can approach September with clarity, confidence, and peace of mind. The anticipation, the questions, and even the uncertainty all highlight how important these payments are in the lives of millions of Americans. Understanding the nuances, knowing what to expect, and being prepared for minor surprises ensures that when the money does come, it meets your needs and supports your financial stability. September 2025 promises to be a month of careful attention, informed decisions, and ultimately, reassurance for seniors and beneficiaries everywhere.